record this session, right? Right, let me share my screen. Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about the versions of the SQL Server. Okay, what is a SQL Server? SQL Server is an RDBMS software which is going to use to store the data, to process the data, and to retrieve the data. Small definition as of now, that is the basic definition for the SQL Server: to store, to process, and to retrieve. These are the three main important things we can achieve with the help of SQL Server, right? And versions, the commercial versions begins from SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 2012, 2014, 16, 17, 19. Okay, so what is meant by a platform dependent? What and all SQL versions are platform dependent versions?
Up to 97 to 2014 are platform dependent.
Okay,
2016
okay, fine.
and 2017 and 19 are platform independent.
Okay, okay, very good.
Platform dependent means they are allowed to use in only Windows servers only.
Okay,
But 2017 and 2019 are allowed to use in Linux OS also.
very good, very good. Fine. So what and all Windows operating systems are there? Windows operating versions are there? Windows Server operating versions.
It's Windows NT 3.0, 4.0,
Okay,
2000,
okay,
2003, 8,
okay,
8R2, 12,
uh,
12R2 and 16.
okay, and 19 as well. Okay, Windows Server 2019 as well.
Yes,
So I'll
19.
ask the question. Okay, one question I'll ask, you have to answer. What is the bill number for SQL Server 2016?
2016.
2016.
13.0.
13.0.
Okay. So what is the bill number for?
13.0.
Okay, very good. What is the bill number for SQL Server 2005?
9.0.
Very good. What is the bill number for SQL Server 2019?
15.0.
15.
Okay, very good.
15.0.
What is the bill number for SQL Server 2018?
Second.
Very good.
2008.
Very good. Okay. So there is no SQL Server version 2018. Okay, fine. So, right, we have discussed how many parts bill number contains.
4 parts.
Okay.
4 parts.
Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the query to check the bill number or version of the SQL Server?
Select edit version.
Very good. Very good. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy for that. Okay. So let me continue the session. This is Linux. Okay. Right. Okay. So in the last session, we have discussed about the SQL Server versions, and one more question is there. So can anyone tell me on what and all Windows Server versions I can install SQL Server 2008?
2003, 2008 and 2000 R2 for
Okay.
8 R2.
SQL Server 2008. Okay. And what and all Windows OS I can install the SQL Server 2008.
Windows Server 2008.
2008, right? Okay.
Yeah.
2003 and 2008,
Okay.
2008 R2 and 2012,
Okay.
2012 R2.
Okay. Right. R2 2012 and 12 R2. So the formula is 2008 minus 1, 2001, 2008, sorry, 2008 minus 7, 2001, 2008 plus 7, 2015. What and all Windows Server operating systems are there in this range? Okay, so you can install your SQL Server on all these Windows Server operating systems, and you can install on other operating systems also, but you have to either patch this, okay, SQL Server. Okay, I will tell you, I'll explain about it. Which is the lower version, usually you have to patch that one. If SQL Server is lower version, you have to patch SQL Server. If Windows Server is lower version, you have to patch Windows Server to install, okay, on more operating systems and all. Right, very good. Let me continue. Okay, so we have discussed about CTP, Community Technology Preview, and we have discussed about RC, Released Candidate, and we have discussed about RTM, okay, release it to market and all, which is a commercial and paid version. Okay, so this you have to buy. Will be a licensing cost. Licensing cost, sometimes very rarely you will get questions on licensing and all. What will be the licensing, what will be the licensing strategy and all. So usually there are different licensing strategies are there. Okay, user calls licensing strategy, core based licensing strategy. Okay, if you have 4 cores, 8 cores, 16 cores, depends upon your CPU cores. Cores means CPU cores, logical processors. Okay, depends upon your CPU cores, the licensing cost and all is going to be changed. It's not like per software. It's completely depends upon per core. Okay, if you see how to check the cores, number of cores in the system. Can anyone tell me how to check the number of cores? Okay, so if you want to check the system information, we have a small kind of command MS Info 32. You can use either this one or else just press the Windows button and type system information. Okay, so usually you'll get the system information and all. So here if you go down, if you see here, okay, this is your processor. So currently my laptop is having 2 logical processors, means 1 core, 2 logical processors. Okay, so SQL Server will charge you on basis of number of cores. In the organization, servers will have multiple cores. Okay, this is very low configuration. Only RAM is 12 GB, but the processor and all, okay, like 1 core processor only. So usually in the organization, you will have 4 cores, 8 cores, 16 cores, like that. Okay, you will have more number of cores. If the application is very big application, it has to do lot of stuff, right? A lot of transactions it has to process, right? So for that it needs a lot of cores. Okay, so you will have 4 cores, 8 cores, 16 cores, and also Microsoft will charge you on the basis of number of cores. Okay, Microsoft will charge you on the basis of number of cores. It is not going to charge per software. Okay, one copy of SQL Server is 5,000. Usually you can ask what will be the average cost of SQL Server. It will be around $4,000 to $5,000. Okay, a production copy cost around $4,000 to $5,000 in Indian currency. 5 7 almost all 3,50,000 to 4,50,000 it will be. Okay, it will be one software copy cost you 3,50,000 to 4,50,000. Okay, so licensing cost is very high in the Microsoft. Again, he has to buy license for the Windows operating system as well. So he has to buy license for the Windows operating system, and he has to buy license for the SQL Server application. So usually it will cost around $9,000 to $10,000 for a single application or a single database. Okay, so usually just for an idea, no one will ask you in the interview and all, just for an idea. Right, so bill number, we have discussed about bill number, right? So bill number usually contains 4 parts: major version, minor version, actual bill number, and revision history. If you connected through SSMS Management Studio, you can only see these 3 parts. Okay, major version, these 3 parts: major version, minor version, actual bill number. If you run select at version, you can find the version of the SQL Server using a select at version query or command. Once you run this command, you can see all the 4 parts of the build number and all. Okay, I'll tell you this major version what it will do, minor version and all we have already discussed it, right? So actual build number you can experience once you patch the SQL Server. Okay, then you will get better idea on this actual build number and revision history and all we'll discuss at the time of patching, right? Okay, let me jump into the editions of the SQL Server. How many editions are there? What is meant by an edition? Okay, so if you see, okay, editions means simply limitations to the features. Editions means simply limitations to the features. If you ask me the best example, I'll give you the matrimony example. Okay, I guess probably you all have experience with matrimony sites and all. Okay, earlier or now maybe you have experience. So if you go to matrimony website, okay, there you will have one plan. If you just registered your account and all, there you will have different plans and all. Silver plan they will have, gold plan they will have, platinum plan they will have. So what and all these plans? Simply, if you are a free plan, nothing you will get. Okay, simply you will get a, okay, bride or bridegroom matches photos, some simply their name, that's it. Small basic information you are going to get to your email. But if you want to upgrade your account to silver plan or gold plan or platinum plan, you have to pay something. Silver plan will cost you around something, and again gold plan will, like, they are going to cost more than silver plan, and platinum plan they are going to cost more than all plans, right? So in all these three plans, okay, what you can understand easily, okay, same information will be there. Depends upon the plan, they are going to unlock the information. Say for example, if you go for silver plan, okay, they will give you some names, okay, matches and all, maybe height, weight, ethnicity, okay, like region, these kind of details. Or maybe you will get contact details for limited persons, okay, maybe you will get contact details for 10 or 20 people in silver plan. In gold plan, they are going to unlock some more extra features, right? In platinum plan, they will unlock all the features with the lifetime. Lifetime means till you get married, you are going to get the details and all. So based on the plan, they are going to charge you, right? Based on the plan means based on the information, based on the features they are going to provide, they are going to charge you. In silver plan, only some features they are going to provide, so they are going to charge you as per the features. In gold plan, they are going to charge you extra, they will give you extra support and all, extra features and all. In platinum plan, everything is unlimited. In the same way, we have limitations to the features, okay, we have a lot of features in the SQL server. Those features are having some limitations, okay. All features will not work in all the editions of the SQL server, okay. All features will not work in all the editions of the SQL server. If you ask me clearly, always on you cannot configure in the express edition. We have different editions in the SQL server, okay. The lot of editions are there, but I just noted down, okay, very few, and whatever important editions and all we have just discussed here. Okay, we have express edition, okay, we have evaluation edition, okay. Apart from these two editions, we have standard edition, developer edition, and enterprise edition, okay. Apart from this, you have work group edition, compact edition, okay, and the data center edition. Lot of editions are there, but usually in the organization we are going to use these editions, okay. So express edition, it's a free edition, okay. Express edition is a free edition, means your SQL Server software is free here. Your SQL Server software is free here. Everyone can install and they can work with it. But there are a lot of limitations with the Express edition. Okay, you cannot work like a production edition, enterprise edition and all. Okay, you cannot install this Express edition on the production environment. Okay, this is only for just sample purpose, just for sample purpose, like a taste. Okay, how the SQL Server will be and all, just for a taste. They are going to provide you this express edition for free, but a lot of features are not going to work in the express edition. You cannot configure always on the express edition. There is no SQL server agent. I'll tell you, I'll show you what is this agent. Let me show you that one. Okay, so agent means simply it will help you, okay, in automation. You can create jobs and all, okay. So jobs will help you in automation, right? Jobs will run under agent account only. So if agent is not there, you cannot configure jobs and also automation is not there. So usually for express editions, you cannot see the SQL Server agent. See here, you can see here, right? This is your SQL Server agent. If you expand the SQL Server agent, you can see jobs and all. Different jobs will be there. These are the different jobs I have configured. Okay, so you can see for express edition, there will be no SQL Server agent. Remember, very important point. Sometimes you will get an interview question, the user can't see a SQL Server agent. What will be the issue or what will be the possible reasons? In two cases, user can't see the SQL Server agent. What in all cases user can't see SQL Server agent?
SQL Server agent will be in disabled option.
Okay, disabled option means
For example,
Services, agent services is not started.
Okay, that's fine, but the SQL Server agent will be stopped here. Okay, but he can see the agent. I'm saying he cannot see completely agent, he cannot see. Okay, there are two cases. Say for example, if SQL Server agent is stopped, you can see here, right? It was stopped actually, right? But he can see SQL Server agent is there, he can see like this. But in you cannot see the whole okay SQL Server agent itself. It will be there till here only. In two cases, you cannot see the SQL Server agent. What and all those cases? What may be the possible reasons? Okay, so one thing is, yeah, yes,
SQL Server
Maybe this
services.
MDP, like a model database, maybe get corrupt or something.
no. Services, okay, someone is saying services, no issues with the services. If the SQL service is up and running or not running also, he can see SQL Server agent here. If it is not running, simply agent will be in stopped mode. If it is up and running, simply agent will be available. Okay, but he cannot see agent at all. Okay, if you want, okay, I'll show you that one. Okay, okay, see here, can you see agent? You can see up to management only, right? You cannot see agent. Okay, but if you see server name, both are same, okay, but here I can see agent, okay, and here I cannot see agent and all. What may be the reason? In two cases we cannot see the agent. One case is if you are using Express Edition, there is no SQL Server agent. Just now we have discussed, if you are using SQL Server Express Edition, you cannot see SQL Server agent. There is no SQL Server agent for SQL Server Express Edition. That is one case. And what will be the another case?
Login permission.
Very good, very good. If you don't have permissions, if you are not an authorized user to see the agent, in such case also you cannot see SQL Server agent. To see the SQL Server agent also you should have some privileges. Okay, to see the SQL Server agent also you should have some privileges, permissions. Okay, if you don't have that permissions, you cannot see SQL Server agent. So in two cases, a user can't see a SQL Server agent. One is if the SQL Server version is edition is Express Edition. Second thing is if you don't have enough permissions. Okay, so sometimes interviews will ask, okay, like this. Okay, so user is configuring backup job in the SQL Server Express Edition, but that backup job is failing. So can you tell me what will be the reason, and can you tell me where you are going to check if the backup job is failing in the Express Edition? What will be your answer?
There will be no SQL Server agent in Express Edition.
Yeah, so the answer is it is not possible. So there is no agent, so he cannot configure jobs. Any jobs he cannot configure. All jobs will be controlled by the agent only. If agent is there, he can configure the jobs. If agent is not there, he cannot configure the jobs. So there is no job concept in the SQL Server Express Edition. He cannot configure the jobs at all. Okay, fine. So like this kind of questions you are going to experience in the interviews. Okay, so Express Edition is a free edition, but where there are very limitations to the Express Edition. The database size also, you cannot create any database size more than 10 GB. Okay, mostly up to 10 GB only. The database, the max size of the database is 10 GB in Express Edition. You cannot create, or the database cannot grow more than 10 GB of size. Okay, that is another limitation in the Express Edition. So this is a free edition, but there are a lot of limitations are there. And evaluation edition, some more features like silver plan and gold plan. Okay, some more features are unlocked in the evaluation edition, but that is not a complete edition and all. That is free for 180 days. 180 days means 6 months. You can use evaluation edition for 6 months for free, but there are some more limitations are there with evaluation edition. You cannot install this evaluation edition in the okay, what I can say, production environment and all. We have different environments, right? Production, non-prod. Okay, so the live environment is called production environment. Okay, usually we are going to call a pre-production environment, or non-prod environment will be there. Stage, test, dev, UAT, these environments we are going to call as non-prod environments. So if they want to like test something, they cannot directly test on the production environment. First they will test on the non-prod environment. They will observe the challenges and all. If there is no challenges, they are going to implement on the production environment. That's how it is going to work in the organization. So evaluation edition is free for 180 days. Right here you can see three more editions, right? Standard edition, developer edition, enterprise edition. These three are very important editions. You can see, okay, these editions in the organization. They can install standard, developer, and enterprise edition and all in their production environment as well. But usually developer you cannot install in the production environment. Okay, you can install it, but again, it's not a recommendation. Okay, you can install it, no issues, but it's not a recommendation and all. So usually developer edition are going to be installed in non-prod environments like developer server, dev servers, test servers, stage servers and all. Right, from SQL Server 2019 up to SQL Server 2000, sorry, up to SQL Server 2017. Okay, this developer edition is not free. Okay, up to SQL Server 2017, this developer edition is not free. Up to SQL Server 2016. Okay, this developer edition is not free. SQL Server 2017, 2019. Okay, the developer edition is free. SQL Server from SQL Server 2017 onwards, developer edition is free. You can install, you can download, and you can work with it. And remember one thing, whenever I say free means you cannot install on the production environment. Okay, if I say why, because if you are going to achieve your target with a free edition, then how Microsoft will get the revenue? Right, they won't get any revenue, right? So it is free, but you can use in the non-prod environments. You cannot use in the production environments and all. Right, so from SQL Server 2017, okay, up to SQL Server 2016, okay, it's not free, developer edition is not free. Okay, from SQL Server 2017 onwards, okay, you can use developer edition as a free edition, and you can install, you can download on the non-prod environment and all. Enterprise edition means like a platinum plan, unlimited. Okay, lot of features will be there, lot of features will be unlocked in the enterprise edition. You can install this enterprise edition on the production environments, of course. Okay, you can install this production environment, you can install this enterprise edition on the production environment and all. Right, so all features are going to be unlocked in the enterprise edition, but the cost is very high when compared to all other editions. Right, now you can ask one question, how to check the edition? You are saying something, but how to see, where to see the edition of the SQL Server? Okay, so here if you go here, earlier we have discussed on query. What is the query to find the version of the SQL Server?
Select at the version.
Right, so let me run the same query. Select at version. Okay, so all text will execute the query. So this is your column, right? So if you just place your cursor anywhere, you can see arrow mark. Okay, but if you place here at the end of the column, you can see it will, the cursor will be changed. Okay, double click on it. Okay, it will be expand. If you see here, developer edition, so in the version itself you can see, okay, the edition of the SQL Server. There is no query called select at edition. Okay, so sometimes don't confuse, very important. I'll ask you in the next class how to check the edition of the SQL Server. You can get the results in the selected version query itself. Okay, once you run the selected version, that query will tell you what is the version of the SQL Server and what is the edition of the SQL Server as well. And you can see here Microsoft Corporation Developer Edition 64-bit. Okay, we have 32-bit and 64-bit. For old machines and all, they are going to run on 32-bit machines. 15 years back onwards, 64-bit is very popular. So most of the times, most of the organizations, all the machines now, whatever machines they are using in the market, all machines are 64-bit machines only. Okay, right. And one more thing, the meeting is going to close now. Okay, I'll reopen the meeting again immediately. Try to join as early as possible. Okay, right. I'm going to close the meeting and I'm going to reopen the meeting again. Okay.